get it. But don't go and tell me that that's the reason why. You're wrong, but that's okay. I could be, but you don't know that. That I accept their own mortality? Yeah, you don't know that. Nobody does. And so I try not to think about it because it's just, it's silly, right? It's silly. But why would you think about that? You should try something like DMT. DMT. Oh, it's a drug, right? Yeah, I think it's a drug. Name one thing that's involved to a different species that's not humans. You can't. Name one thing that's evolved to a different species that's not humans. I think axolotl is one example of that. Trilobite, birds is another one. Let me think of another good example. Fuck. Well, it depends on like what scale of evolution, right? Like dogs, yeah, dogs. Dogs are a good example. Like there aren't any megalodons anymore. There's like there's smaller sharks instead. I'm trying to think about like what like the evolution, what the Pokemon evolution chart is. Fish? Yeah, but like which fish? Sonichu? Yeah. Yeah, I'd have to really think about like that, but there's a handful of them, right? Right there. Do you ever think about why the universe exists or why the Big Bang or things like that? No, I don't think you have the IQ to understand that. I think you need a requisite IQ of like probably 35,000 to understand that. And people's IQ ranges from like about 50 to 250. And you need to have like a 35,000 IQ to understand that. That's probably what I expect. Yeah. Has nothing to do with IQ. It does. Like 250 IQ, it's crazy. Well, I'm saying like that's the normal human spectrum. Like 50 is like super profoundly like you know, mental like handicap, and like 250 is like super smart, right? So like it's probably a little bit outside of that, but like that's basically what the spectrum is. You believe in aliens? Yeah, I do. I just don't. I don't think we've contacted them though. No one understands that? Yeah. The average IQ is 100, by the way. It's not 100. It depends on the country that it's in, and also it depends on the way it's measured. But it's close to 100. The average is supposed to be close to like 95 to 105. Yeah. Oh my gosh, you're dumb? Am I? Is that... This seems like a serial disagreeer. What about this is inaccurate? Will you take some bullshit IQ tests on stream? No, there's no reason to. I don't really particularly think I have like a super high IQ. I'm not like, a lot of people think that I'm very smart because I'm I'm very non-emotional and I have very good memory. But I don't really particularly think that I'm particularly extremely smart. But I can be persistent on things. Look at his previous messages. Yeah. The spectrum is about 75 to 150. No, it's not. There's plenty of people that are under 75, and there's plenty of people that are over 150. You're talking about like maybe a third standard deviation, sure. But a third standard deviation is 99.7, which means that 3 people out of 1,000 would be outside of that. Which means that out of 1 billion of people, that would be millions of people that would be outside of that scale. Like... How do you believe in aliens even though there's zero proof? Because you call believing in God cope? Just on averages, right? Like, for example, like, if you assume that, Like, I don't believe, I think it's a 99% chance probability, right? So, like, for example, like, there's more planets in the world, in the galaxy than there are, or the whole universe, than there are specks of sand on the desert, or in like, a beach, right? And so, like, if you look at it from that context, it's like, if you look at something in the context of infinite possibilities, effectively, and you look at the probability of there being life, that becomes very, very high. Like, I understand, like, you want to make, like, a Fermi paradox argument or something like that, right? But I think it's just there's a very high probability that there is life in other places in the universe. Very, very high probability, just because of how many other planets there are, and how many other situations, like, or how many years, how many billions of years it's been. Like, it's just a law based off of averages, where, like, God is a binary. There is or there isn't, right? Like, that's simply a binary one or another. Yet the only sign of life is Earth? Well, yeah. But, like, so... Well, I think you should... Like, you seem to be, like, a chronic disagreeer, annoying person in chat. So I'm going to ban you. But anyway, I think you should educate yourself on the way that we... Like, astronomy, we have a... We're really good at astronomy. We are. We're really good at astronomy. But... in 100 years, we'll probably look at our capacity for astronomy now at the same way that we look at the Mayans' capacity for astronomy then. I understand that, like, this seems like it's a smart idea, but, like, just because something isn't measurable doesn't mean that it isn't real. People used to think atoms were the smallest things in the world. They weren't. Astrology? No, I'm not talking about it's astronomy. Astronomy is the real one. Astrology is for girls. Let him respond. No, it's just, he's an annoying disagreeer, like, rude, like, obnoxious person. I can tell. But yeah, I have to go do a few other things, and tomorrow I'm planning on playing Star Wars Outlaws. I apologize, I wasn't able to do it today. Bad planning, bad whatever the fuck you want to call it. I'm bad. You know, that's just it. I'll be back on tomorrow. We're gonna do it then, and I'm probably gonna try to start it earlier in the day. That way I can stay focused more and, like, not go into, like, the super long stream times again. And yeah, that's pretty much what the plan is. And then after that, I'm gonna probably play it for, like, maybe 1 or 2 days. That's what I'm kind of expecting. And then I'm going to go back to playing Wukong. And after that, I really do want to kind of farm and play Wukong pretty much all the way through. Like, there were a few games that kind of got in the way, but now that, like, there's nothing else really going on, we're gonna play Wukong. You stall for 6 hours. If you think this is stalling, I'm very sorry to say, but, like, this is my content. Like, I don't know what you're waiting for. Yeah, like, this is what I do. Yeah, yeah, you could say the game is stalling. Like, I remember I would start my game, my streams off with playing WoW, and people would say you're stalling for reacts. Yeah. Sorry to say, not stalling. And anyway, guys, thanks a lot for watching. I really appreciate it. And I'll be back on tomorrow, and we'll get back into it. So yeah, thanks a lot, guys, and I'll see you then. All right, boys. Peace. See ya.
It's so easy you can
Holy
make these
shit.
accents with one hand. There's even a grass hair
Just
tip
go to
for an
Walmart and buy a
inch
cake
and
from the
a 3-profile
bakery.
icing knife can be used.
She's just standing there! Damn, she's so cool. Dude, she's so cool. Now she's the girl that's just there in the emo music videos. Made it. She's in Vogue, music videos. What can't she do? This is a good song too. Yo, Woo, thanks for the 25 months. Yeah, I know she was in Corpse's video. I saw that one as well. Why is she cool and you're not? I don't know. I'm sorry. Okay, show us. Where's Ray? Oh, there she is. Oh my god, she's moving around the rocks. She's so cool. When's the Baby No Money music video? Working on it, so, what if that means it's never coming out? What do you say? Wait, hello? What happened? Small F? What? What happened? What happened? The fuck? Tactical F? Wait, did it actually DC? Weird. Wait, that's the second time that's happened since since I moved here. At least it hasn't full lap since I moved. Yeah, whatever. They trying to cancel you. True. Big Twitch is trying to hold me back because all I do is speak the truth. Can't keep forgetting. The CIA's watching. Oh my god. My right wing, bro. Every time I see a content creator start acting right wing, I'm always like, oh, they're joking. And then after a while, it's like, wait, I don't think it's a joke. Oh god. I'm not gonna name any examples, but you know. No, no, no. Canceled due to right wing? Bro, I feel like the right wing-esque people are the ones that are can't be canceled because their audiences don't give a fuck. And then like the audiences where the you know, it's like, oh, they did this one weird thing 7 years ago. It's like you never hear about them ever again. They die! Oh my god. I don't know. Okay, I'll play Monkey Game soon. Wait, Mother did a Devil Town cover? It's not the same! This is the stream song. It's not the same. It's not the same. I don't know. Uh-oh. Are you serious? Start okay, I guess it's about that time. What? It's a Chinese game. It's not nothing bad. Nothing weird about that. I mean, y'all know I'm half Chinese, right? It's my culture.
Yo, Biz.
What the hell is
Let me
this?
stay back on this. Let me apologize in advance.
I like that.
Fuck it. Forgive me. Fuck it.
I don't mean to sound
Alright.
arrogant. But
What
yeah,
is
my head
this?
in the sky again. But even that, my stacks are higher than.
Money pile like Tony Starks. That's how much I earn, man.
Damn, girl, my head is full. I'm incredible as the Hulk.
Meaning I'm trying to smash the stove. Get on the fix say that you climb up inside me. Back while I impress the man.
What you talking about? Around
Like Santa touch your hand.
default Windows wallpaper. I switched my thing to Glenn. Okay, so I did do a test, a launch test. It's fine. The game did load. Yeah, I cheated. I pre-played for 4 minutes. You got me. Okay. I'm going to dude, I'm so excited. I was kind of, well, I was debating waiting till the game had been out for a bit anyway, because for these kind of games, I kind of like when other people have played them, so that I can get like the Pepe laughs and stuff. But I didn't get to play because I was having eye problems, so we played. And then they're like, you didn't wash your hands. And I'm like, that was the damn sink, bro. Okay. I forgot to mute. What? Oh. I got scared! I would just like to make an announcement. I would just like everybody to know that I wash my hands every time I use the bathroom. I did! I did, bro. You quit? What the hell? What the fuck is that? Allie, get that shit off my screen. What the hell was that? I think she's trying to set up a gun. The void.